Ikimasu!
Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Gunpla Club. My name is Sam. I am joined by Callum Senpai.
Hello.
Will Chan.
Ikimasu!
And Sam is also here.
Can I just be daft for a second and just get a bit sentimental?
No, overruled.
Okay. I was just going to say thanks for everyone who listened to episode 1.
Aww.
Yeah, we should say that. Yeah, thanks very much. We appreciate it greatly. We hope you're still on board for episode 2. And that you're listening this time as well.
Well, I mean, if you haven't listened to episode 1, sort it out.
Yeah.
But where does this podcast come on the Universal Century timeline? I think we need to define this right now.
The exact moment that they dropped that colony. That's us.
Which one?
Living in the
Dublin
epicenter.
or
Australia.
I like to think we're a bit past
Torrington?
the 1 year war. We're just a little bit past it. Not quite into Zeta yet.
Jesus, I fucking missed that.
But like fucking 0083.
Alright.
I'd like to exist alongside Haman. That's like
Already diving into the Haman chat.
I need to redeem myself from last episode.
Yeah, last episode Will commented, before the episode, commented unfavourably about the Queble. I'm always getting this pronunciation.
I've always said Queble.
Queble.
Yeah,
Queble.
I don't know why I always want to say Queble. But now you've gone.
I've been binge watching
Pendulum
Double
yourself.
Zeta, Pixiv.net searching Haman.
You should do that on faku.net. You will find things.
Faku.
Police have been around to my house. It's been
For
awkward.
the younger listeners, don't do that.
For the younger listeners, it
stay
will
away from
revolutionise your life.
Don't Google Pudu.
But I mean, Will,
Oh God.
Will, you could live side by side with Haman, but it would at the end of the day it'd be up to her, because as we all know, Haman chooses, a slave obeys.
So what have you guys been building? That's number 1 off the list.
So we're all sitting here with our kits in front of us because we're all grown ass men.
Or gunpla kits, we should say.
Yes.
Specify.
Our other kits are safely locked away in their respective trousers.
That's getting cut out.
Absolute shy halud.
What? That's June. That's not even Gundam.
Yeah, but it's like a big sandworm, and you were talking about trousers, and I made that joke earlier off the record.
I can vouch for that.
Right. Okay. What have we been building? Callum, you're holding a shiny green Gundam Astaroth from some manga.
From the Iron Blooded Orphans manga, which I've read 1 chapter of, I think.
Is there just one right now?
No, the second one's been translated, or scanlated, or whatever the kids are saying. What is it?
Memified.
Memefied.
Changing it to emojis.
But yeah, so I've got this HG 1 to 144 scale Astaroth. It's a nice kit.
He's got some bass fingers on him. Like, it looks like he's plucking away at some strings.
He's got. This is like not his actual hand. So he's got a normal couple of hands, but you can stick this sort of shield thing on him that's got these huge bass plate and slappy bass fingers.
Ooh,
it's pretty cool.
A strong hand, if you will.
An absolute funky finger.
So, Callum, you've painted this one, haven't you? Like, it isn't in its base blue colours, is it?
Yeah, I just took it as an opportunity because it's such a cheap kit. I got it when I was in Japan, as mentioned last time, for 800 yen, which is about, well, it was about 450, but now it's probably about
£20,
300 quid. Japan, cool.
Brexit.
But so yeah, I took that as an opportunity to kind of spread my wings.
Cool.
And fly away with a bit of paint, which, I mean, once I'd stopped sticking the paint straight up my nose, I found time to paint it metallic green.
Cool. So what kind of paints did you use on this?
These are Tamiya. Yeah, just Tamiya spray paint.
Tamiya to Ewa.
Now, how did you go? How did you go about it? Did you just did you do primer first, or did you just spray it on?
Yeah, because it's quite a deep blue, so I primed first. I'm really bad at it. but I'm getting better. This is the second time I've painted anything. But first time I did it outside on my balcony. Not the best. Not the most fun.
So where did you do it? Did you do it inside in a closed room?
I opened the balcony door, laid down some newspaper just inside of the balcony door, and just went for it. Just went absolutely apeshit. Girlfriend wasn't in at the time, so I didn't get a row. So, no trouble for Callum.
No trouble.
Yep.
So this guy has a big ass sword.
Yeah, it's rad, and it kind of extends. You can have that little
it is a
magnet,
sword
you
then,
can
is it?
Pull it out. And
It has a fucking switch axe.
It's got a switch axe, whatever that means.
Doesn't look very sharp. It looks more like you just thwomp someone with it.
Yeah.
To be fair, I guess that's kind of a theme of Iron Blooded Orphans, isn't it? Just thumping dickheads with massive bits of
Well,
metal.
that is the thing where Mikazuki found that bit of trash that ended up being the big like dinosaur head weapon thing, nonsense thing. So yeah, it's kind of a running theme of having just ridiculous weapons.
It has some weird side skirts on it. Like, what are they all about?
Yeah, I don't know. They're kind of cool, but
Kind of freedomy.
yeah.
I actually like it more than most of the designs that were in the actual show. Which
So
is,
do I a lot. It's really weirdly like asymmetrical as well. It's so one side of it has all the colour. It's just really nice, and it screamed for an action base. So I got one for it, especially because it looks pretty badass.
It's very
does.
cool.
It's a really nice kit, and it's cheap as chips, or not anymore, but it was.
I ordered it
it's
as
ultra
well.
cheap, yeah.
I ordered it from Banzai Hobby for like $5.
Yeah,
And,
totally worth it.
I want mine to be green now as well.
Dude,
I just
get
wish
some
you put the
paint.
7-Up logo on it or something.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah,
I'll post
oh,
a
yeah.
picture on the Twitter because this needs to be seen. Weird thing though, that was blue. It's got a little.
It's penis.
It's a little wanger.
I'm gonna go ahead and say penis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, to be fair,
Little bell end.
we sound like teenage boys when we say that. What?
But it is literally.
But it looks like a penis.
That's like Kojima levels.
God, it's got a little bell end on it as well.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's a pointy bell
That
end.
was just an extra little bit of fun, you know? Really made my money's worth there with a little Astaroth bell end. Because it's green, I've been calling it the Grastaroth. I give it a solid 4 chapters of the Iron Blooded Orphans manga out of 5.
Which currently don't exist.
Yeah.
Really. I
Hashtag.
started that sentence without an ending to it.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man. So
Well, you made it to the
end.
end, so.
Yeah. I think it's a good kit.
It's nice.
Yeah, and fun to paint because it just deserves it really because it's got such defined blue bits. The rest of it is just white.
Yeah, it's just big blocks of colour,
A
isn't
couple of
it?
red bits everywhere, but yeah, it's nice, and I recommend it to anyone looking for a nice, easy modern HG. Did it pretty much a day.
Sweet.
Cool.
Sam, what have you been building?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. So I haven't actually been building anything.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Fake
But-
Gunpla boy alert.
Yeah.
But I reached into my backlog and got a kit out that I was making last year. It's a master grade. It's pretty big. It's big and red.
It's currently crushing all of us as we speak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I find it
and
hard to breathe.
it's made by Mr. Katoki Hajime.
Where are these voices coming from?
I'm so sorry. It's a Sazami Verka, and it is a big boy.
It's a big boy.
I really
It is
like this kit.
absolutely stunning.
It's a large gentleman.
It is.
It's incredible. And this is the thing. I've built the original Master Grade Sazabi, which is a vile kit.
How so?
Because it was just it's really old.
Yeah.
And the technology basically wasn't really.
Oh, it's got
Like-
super sucker action.
Yeah,
going on.
it's
It's the beam shotgun, so he has to pump it.
Sam's busy
shit.
pumping the Sazabi's gun in a slightly sexual manner.
It isn't
The,
sexual.
It's
It's
like,
just
it's like slightly.
It is to me, yeah. No, so the original Sazabi, I mean, it was like 99 or something.
oh god.
And so yeah, like the technology just wasn't really there. I mean, it's a total brick kit. The plastic was horrid. It just building it wasn't much fun, and it doesn't look great at the end of the day. Whereas this is, it's just night and day. This looks incredible.
I mean, the Sazabi, you look at the Saz in Charles Carrot, it's just fully just big ass red. But on this redesign of the kit, they've actually got different shades of red on here just to differentiate it. So
Looks great.
if you look like on the bottom leg panels here, you've got like 4 different shades of red. And so there's a big booster on the side of its leg, and underneath that there's like a yellow thing inside it. But the kit just has so many layers that no one's ever gonna see but me.
That's true. It's
That
got,
I
like-
really love. Like, there's these little silver highlights, like loads of little bits, and it's just a really nice, fun build, except for the fucking funnels.
Does it have a cockpit in the head?
Yes, it does. So if I take the head,
Nice.
Cockpit in your head. You got a cockpit in your fucking head.
so if I just take the head off, I've got an LED in it, by the way.
Yeah,
An
that is
LED
nice.
unit.
And it's really subtle with the LED as well because the kind of forehead obscures it quite a bit.
So there's the it's got a little thing. It's really lovely. It's a really nice build. It's a bit of a pain in the ass because there's just so much to it.
Yeah. You feel like you're never going to finish.
So is it bigger than a normal master grade
Yeah.
box wise?
Oh yeah, like the box takes up a large portion of room in my flat. But it's a really nice build. Like, I have almost no complaints.
Totally
it's
worth
just
it, yeah.
such a nice kit. Like, it is a big, expensive boy, but it's just so worth it. It's the jewel of my collection.
That's cool.
I just want to tuck up into a ball like Quest and just tumble out into space and jump into the cockpit.
Okay, that could have gone a number of ways.
Having a hard day at work.
I have.
Just want to go and jump into space. Fuck it all.
But so the Suzavi Vicar has another sort of mode to it, which is like, so you've got the base red and all that, and you've also got
Sex mode.
sex mode, yeah. So I just basically open up its back, and I don't know where I was going with that.
No, sorry. I threw you for a loop there. No more ad-libbing.
The Suzabi has a second mode, and it basically filters out all these silver parts. So I can just sort of open it up like that. And it's really nice, and it's got a bunch of.
A bit like how the
extra
unicorn
detail.
kind of expands, yeah.
Yeah, but this was never sort of in it, and you can easily overdo it with this. Like, the level of transformation that it has is frankly ridiculous. So I sort of half transform it and leave it at that because it's a nice little. Like, there's something under there and it's silver. Yeah.
I'm getting some samurai vibes, like off the helmet, or the head looks like a samurai helmet, and then the shoulders are sort of got those layers like the armor plating of a samurai.
Oh no, it's beautiful.
Kind of cool.
It is beautiful, and it goes really well with my new. So, Shah's counterattack, anyone? Let's drop a colony.
Let's.
Yeah, let's do it.
And yeah, everything's just so multi-layered, and there's so much to it, and there's so many different colours, and it's just an insane kit to build. It is by far one of the most fun builds I've ever had.
And how long did it take?
3 months.
Yeah.
I wasn't sitting in my room, but it took me like on and off about 3 months to build, just because you build one leg and that's like a master grade basically, because like I just showed you guys the detail underneath the thing. It's just so weirdly layered and fantastic and amazing that it will take a long time to build, but look at it.
That's
it's just
the best, though.
fucking astonishing.
Yeah, when you get a good long kit now, it genuinely is like a drug.
Yeah.
It's like high grade's no longer enough. I need something harder.
No, the thing is, like, what I generally do when I make a big kit like this is like I buy a high grade just as a palette cleanser.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I need something simple, something I can build in an afternoon.
Yeah, I'm about to dive into some RGs, so like, they've been doing a couple of high grades.
That's like alternating between like coke and heroin. You just gotta mix it up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I do coke all the
that's
time,
what
but
my mum
sometimes you
says.
just need heroin.
So, Will, what have you been building?
Well, Sam. I've been buying a lot of kits after the last episode. Like I said earlier, I got the Astaroth.
Yep.
And after my Queebly shame, I went and ordered a Queebly.
Nice.
Cubily.
Quibbly.
I quite like Queebly, to be honest. I've got a lot of time for Queebly.
That's good.
Cubily.
You got the revive, I suppose.
Gunpla is freedom. Yeah, I did. So waiting for that
it's
to arrive.
pronounced Jeremy.
Ordered the MG RX-78-2 after we gushed over it last episode. And
literally.
I saw the Zaku, the bright pink live concert version, and it was a $5, so I was like, why not?
That one's from Gundam Seed Destiny, my favourite show.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's going to take me a while before I actually see it, but so
I
I've
got
been
that too. You can't not.
I really want it. Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
But I've been touching up a lot of kits, and the kit
Jesus. All right.
Jeez. Just wait until later in the episode when we get
Last time I admitted that I got arrested. Anyway, carry on.
So anyway, I've been touching up my kits, as in sort of going back and, fixing bits and adding weapons. And the one I have with me is the Zeta, the HG Zeta, which is about 75 years old.
Wow.
I actually bought this in Dublin. There's a really great comic shop called Dublin.
Wait, what's Dublin? I thought it didn't exist anymore.
It's since been flattened.
The ruins of Dublin.
But there's a great comic book shop called Dublin City Comics, and they have a massive Gunpla section, and it's reasonably priced.
Jesus, that's the most surprising part of all.
Like, you can't get Gunpla in London.
No,
but
just nowhere.
But on the tiny island of
Ireland.
Tiny island.
they have a really great selection. So I got this
That's
Zeta
awesome.
for €20. And it's okay. I think it looks good from a distance, but building it wasn't that nice.
It does look good.
Oh, it's a big retro
like it,
boy.
yeah.
I love it. Look
Yeah,
at those
yeah.
fucking flares.
It's got some awful seam lines on the shins.
It's
Yeah,
definitely
it's
an
all
old
that,
high grade.
Yeah,
Done well
there's
with it,
something
though.
about the blue plastic I find I struggle with. Like, I always get these awful nub marks on the blue.
Always the white is the easiest.
Yeah.
by
Yeah,
far,
yeah.
Somehow. I think you can get away with more with it.
Black is my enemy. Like that off black is horrible because it goes all white, and if you like try
Yeah.
and sand it, it goes all
Yeah.
horrible too.
So HG Zeta, one of my favourite Gundam shows.
Yeah.
And I'm sort of trying to get a little Zeta collection together. So I've got the Mark II RG to build. I've got. I'm gonna get the Revive Hyaku Shiki.
Okay, that's
Oh,
kind
right,
of,
okay.
that's a-
So you made the decision. The
I've
hard
made
decision.
my-
between the
well,
master
We can
grade.
talk about that later.
We'll talk about that later.
Sure.
But back to the kit. Yeah, it's nice. It looks nice. It's transformable, though I've not really bothered because it's
You're not going to be riding any waves anytime soon.
I never transform my kits.
No, me neither. The only one I did do was the Delta Plus, and that's because I have an MG and a HG, so I transformed the HG.
I don't know. I never. It always seems like too much effort, and I always prefer them looking like a mobile suit at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Didn't come here to build planes.
no, that would be lame.
No, I came here to build fictional robots. Humanoid shaped harbingers of peace.
Peacemen.
Absolute peace boys.
So it's okay. The knee joints are very flimsy, so he has some trouble standing up.
Well, Zeta's an old series. He must be getting on a bit.
It's getting arthritic.
Camille put it
Arthritic.
through its paces and then on to Double Zeta. Or
Yeah, the HG Zeta is doing just about as well as Camille is.
Jesus.
How old is
Full
the
on
kit? Is it?
I think it's
90s?
early 2000s actually.
Let me
I want
check.
to say 98.
I'm
Go
gonna say
to
I'm
Google.
gonna say 99 off
Go
the top
to
of my
Google.
head. Yeah.
Fact checking.
We're due a revive. Certainly, I would not be
I think
surprised
so.
to see that.
I've heard not great things about the RG Zeta, and I actually preferred the sort of anime look.
2003?
Oh,
There you go.
Wow.
Found that out on Gunpla Base, the world's best website that I made.
Another episode, another shameless plug for Callum's website.
Absolutely.
October
Please
2000.
visit my website. No one else is.
I am. It's a very good website.
Oh, thanks, Will. You don't have to lie, but you
I
did. I'll
haven't
never
added
forgive you.
any
that's
of my
good.
collection on.
So yeah, I think that sort of wraps it up. I'm
Yeah, what do
kind
you
of
think?
hoping they're going to release a Revive because I'll just buy that
Absolutely.
and then replace. This
I mean,
in the
surely they
collection.
will.
It'll happen.
I
Yeah, they have
mean, they've
to.
done the Revive RG Mark II. I mean, the Revive Mark II.
Yeah.
The Revive Hyaku Shiki. Like, it's got to be the Zeta next, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Quickly and yeah.
it's such a classic kit and such a popular, such a fan favourite. Surely, I know the face of the Zeta is quite divisive, but
I really like it.
It looks-
I really
it
like
looks
it.
pissed off.
yeah, it
don't know
looks
what it's like.
angry. Like,
Predator sort of shit.
so yeah, it's okay. I give it a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
Cool. Now,
That's
Sam,
alright.
you're fixing parts onto your model, which is very garish in colour.
And panel lining during the episode.
Yeah.
I should
Rather
have.
than what have you been building? What are you building, Sam?
So I finished off the Reborn 100 of Freet, which we talked about last time. So here it is, it's finished. Sort of. I still need to finish lining it because there are about 1 million panel lines on this. And then stickers and top coat. But
This kit is fucking sexy.
It's good.
it's just, like I was saying last time, it's a big, chunky, classic looking Xeon kit. It's definitely not a master grade. Like,
Yeah.
the arms and legs will fall off.
The joints were really
The joints are a little bit loose. The posability's not huge. But again, I paid £15 for this, so I'm not too fussed. And it looks cool. It looks really cool.
does, yeah.
And it's a kit that we never would have got otherwise, especially not in 1:100 scale.
It looks like if you threw it at someone, it would impale them.
it would stick into them.
They'd have multiple stab wounds.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's just a nice kit. I mean, it doesn't have loads of weapons. It just comes with 2 cool heat sabers, and then it's got missiles on its legs.
That's good though.
yeah.
I hate being spoiled for choice.
Yeah,
I always just go for
bastards.
the coolest one that
So-
isn't too big.
Remind me where the Ifrit is from?
It is from it was originally from a series of video games. There's various Mobile Suit Gundam
You've heard of
side
Super
stories.
Mario.
There's various Mobile Suit Gundam side story games. I can't remember exactly.
Blue Destiny.
It's the Blue Destiny one, isn't it? Yeah.
What are they on? PlayStation.
Dreamcast. And
goodness
recently
gracious me.
remastered for PS3.
Really?
Yeah, the entire collection.
I've got the Sony PlayStation Triple.
Oh, really?
That's one neat thing about this kit is it comes with a little
Shit memes.
book of manga actually, a little Blue Destiny manga.
Oh, cool.
Which is nice. But Blue Destiny, which is all about like. So this thing doesn't have a psycho frame. It's got something called the Hades system or the exam system, which is basically a psycho frame.
No, Hades system is Blue Destiny. Exam system is Ifrit.
Right.
Well, stop doing a Wii.
Yeah, they're basically like trying to simulate new type effects for non-new type pilots. And it all goes a bit apeshit because it turns out it's a little bit Ava to it. Like it turns out that it's been like designed with like people's minds and yada yada, so the suit goes berserk, etc. etc. But yeah, this is the first main suit piloted by one of the main bad guys, and yeah, it's just real nice. I'm a big fan. It's cheap and it's big and. I very much enjoy the colour scheme of blue and orange.
I hate the blue and orange. Like, if I got this, I would have to immediately repaint it.
I have to say, when I saw it in the pictures, it looked very fluorescent, and I was like, oh no. But seeing it in person, it's a bit more sort of toned down.
Once
Fucking fireman.
once I top coat it as well, it'll be slightly less.
I was going to say that is perfect top
slightly
coat
less
colour.
garish. Yes.
I think it'd be great for like a Bowser custom.
Well, if you don't like this colour scheme, there is the P Bandai Ifrit Schneid as well, which is purple and black.
It has a bunch of knives, but the one I really want is the Ifrit Nacht.
Yes.
It's like it's like Dom colours. It's really nice.
These all sound like metal bands.
Yeah.
I think this is why I liked it so much.
They support Rammstein on their
Rammstein.
family values too.
Exam System EP coming out soon.
So that's what I've been building. I recently started the Master Grade High New version car, which Sam talked me into buying.
By sending you WhatsApp pictures at 1 o'clock in the morning.
The thing is, I've already got the Master Grade High for car, and so I was like, well, I've got this. I don't really need the High New as well. But just looking at it and like it's so sexy.
I mean,
it's so retro, the High New car. So the original Master Grade High New actually used the redesign of the High New, which changed the purple to blue. It slimmed it down a bit. It made it a bit more modern. Whereas the Vercar actually goes back to the original High New design from the original Beltorchika's Children novel, which is much chunkier, much more retro. It's more rounded. It's definitely. I can understand why people would prefer the kind of sleeker modern one, but this one is ticking all my boxes. But yeah,
you like a good old chunky boy, don't you?
Yeah, I do. It's a big kit. I've only
friends.
And also a big model kit.
Yeah.
Gundam universe.
I love big boys.
Gunpla.
Yeah, so I've only built the torso of that, so I imagine I'll have completed that by the time we next convene.
That's right, guys. We're doing more than 2 episodes.
Hopefully. Before we move on, Callum, you've also been building a kit that I have also built. The Master Grade Hyaku Shiki version 2.0.
Oh my god.
Which is
We have
one
to
of
bring it
the
out.
best looking Master Grade Gunpla kits ever made.
Like Shah or Quattro Vagina, you need sunglasses to look at this thing. It's like shiny.
And like Bright himself, It makes me want a hamburger.
I thought you were going to go like Bright himself.
So you're
It's Bright.
Gonna go down to Bernie's for a hamburger.
Too soon.
Fondula chicken.
Too soon.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
It
It's
is
so good.
It's the best gold I have ever seen. So I, being a
cannot believe it.
absolute fanboy of this kit,
Yeah.
when I first went to Gunpla, the original Master Grade Hyaku Shiki is one of the first kits I built. The gold on that thing is fucking horrid. It looks like foil basically. It's vile. Absolutely vile. Otherwise, I quite enjoyed building the kit, considering it's really
so
old.
nice.
But when I saw this was announced, I was like, right, I'm getting this immediately, and it is. The improvements from this compared to the 1.0 are just beyond compare. Like, not just the gold, but like the articulation, the proportions, everything about
And
it.
it's super hard to ruin it because the undergating on the gold bits means that you kind of have to almost try to fuck it up.
Yes, there are
you can
barely
scratch
any
the,
nubs.
You can scratch the gold off. It's just like a kind of weird.
Are those water
coating.
slides?
Yes.
No, just decals, just rubby.
Oh, were they
Dry
rubbers?
transfer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they are. No, you're
Transfers.
right. Yeah.
Rubby decals, I think is the
Rubby
technical
decals.
term.
Rubby decals.
Hello, I'm Robbie Decals.
Yeah. No, so apparently the gold pots are white plastic
Right.
coated in this gold covering, and so don't go at
Don't
it with
drag it through a hedge.
sandpaper or
Yeah.
anything.
Unless you want to paint it.
But you don't
'cause,
have to. Well, who would?
Like,
I think this is the
right,
the
like-
least necessary
Yeah.
of paint
Yeah.
kit.
I
ever
mean,
made,
if you
to be
were to want to make like a proper Shah's Hyaku Shiki, you'd want to repaint it red, right? Like in
not
case you want to customize it. I'm not saying that the gold doesn't
canon,
look good.
Sam. That's not canon.
Neither is fucking 7-Eleven Astaroth over there.
Hey,
Sorry,
manga is in
Astaroth.
black and white. I mean,
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, that's an artist impression.
Anyway, the Universal Century is the only canon. Everything else is just what ifs, right?
Yeah, but
everything else
what
is
I'm trying to get
fanfic.
at here is if you were wanting to customize the MG, maybe get something else.
Yeah, because this is too nice.
I see this
the
now, and I'm
revive.
super torn because
Yeah.
I like having everything the same scale because I like
Yeah, same.
consistency in my life. I like things to be the same.
Yeah.
Will was going on about the formatting of the episode plan before here, so I'm not entirely
I'm like-
surprised by this.
Spent an hour formatting the Google Doc here,
But I like that as well. But now I've done like 3 master grades now.
That's the
I
thing,
think.
but then
so
do I-
they look so good, like as main pieces of.
Yeah.
But then
of
I'm gonna
my
have to get the Master Grade
display.
Zeta, Master Grade Mark II.
Nah.
I sort
Gunpla's
of
freedom.
Gunpla is freedom. You're putting yourself in boxes. I was the same when I first started because I started with a master grade, and so I was like, right, everything else has to be 1 to 100. So I only ever built master grades, and it was tiring because they're long builds. And eventually I was like, fuck it, I'm getting a high grade, and oof. Like you said, Gunpla is freedom. A world of opportunity opened itself before my eyes.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I have the RG Mark II, and I want to build the Zeta team in HG, but that 2.0 is too fucking
That's the
fit
thing, and
to ignore.
the revive is sort of a disappointment. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get the
not for me, but
Yeah, so we can segue into new
Yeah,
kits.
new kits,
now.
upcoming kits. Boom, boom, boom.
So let's
シャイニングが夢をつかもう全ては思うままに I got a chance
So I guess we'll start with the high grade
Shiki.
Universal Century Hyaku Shiki Revive, which is the color of mustard.
Yeah,
It's
Dijon
I don't
mustard
think it's
as
that
well.
bad. Like to me, I like sort of having
Culture
the
denied. Dijon mustard as well.
fucking hell.
Helmets.
Because the HG Zeta I built, which I previously talked about on this very episode, it's sort of the anime look, and I guess the RG isn't. It's more like quite realistic, but so I don't mind. It's not like it's the metallic finish that the MG has,
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like there are a few different HG Hyaku Shikis now. You've got the Mega Bazooka version. You've got the other version which
There's one with
is
the value. I
so
think.
shiny that you could see reflection
I mean,
in it.
the proportions
Pulled
look
up a picture
fine.
now. See, it's got that coloured plastic kind of marbling sort of.
Perloid.
Yeah.
Perloid.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, so like you said, Sam, the kit itself looks lovely, and I imagine it is. Like proportions look great. I imagine it's got decent articulation. All of the Revive kits, from my own experience.
100%. I would put that in my mouth.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
You
play
know,
it with that.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it's a great kit, but I despise the colours. It's like
The thing is, right, is that
like-
not everyone is going to snap build this. Like some people, like if I'm going to get this,
yeah,
and I'm going to paint it,
yeah, sure.
and I'm going to give it a really lovely gold color coating. Like
I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna eat it. That's simple.
I would be tempted to paint this one like Char Red actually.
yeah,
I
like
could
this
get
one
on board with
is
that.
much better for customization and
Yeah.
kit bashing and everything else under the sun because it doesn't have that plating on it.
Yeah.
So I see why they did it. Like anyone who really wants that plating on it can paint it.
Yeah.
You know.
See, I'm sort of happy with that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know,
And that's
like,
fine.
It would have
Gunpla
been
is freedom.
Gunpla is freedom. Like, that's our trademark.
But you know what else is
That's
freedom?
our trademark. Yes.
Yeah. It didn't come from anything else.
No.
Was it too like expensive to have the finish from the MG?
Almost definitely.
Oh
yeah, that'd be why.
Sure,
yeah.
This
100%.
wasn't too expensive. I got it in Japan and it was like
It's more expensive than most.
It's
Master
like
Grade kits.
£65 in the UK
Right.
to import
I think I
over.
got it for 35 quid
Yeah.
in Tokyo.
You bastard.
It's at a, for,
Yeah,
for
that's why I got it though,
Yeah.
because I saw it at Sam's house and I fell over and tried to put it in my mouth, but Sam wouldn't let me.
it's the same price tier as, for example, the Hyaku Cup.
Yeah.
So, and obviously it's much smaller than that. So yeah, the gold does ramp up that price.
Is it real gold?
But yeah, so that'll be why.
let me put it in my mouth to see.
But yeah, like besides the color, the Revive Shiki looks great.
That antenna looks very fragile.
Yes, careful with that.
Have you put it in your mouth yet?
But anyway, new kits.
Yeah, what else have we got? Where's the plan
do you know
going?
what? I'm kind of coming around to this. I don't need to buy the Revive Hyaku, but
You can paint it anything
I
you
might
want.
do. Yeah,
I
Can
like
you
the idea of
imagine
a
like
red one.
Yeah, properly daft pink Hyaku Shiki.
With like
A
Xeon,
bright pink.
Xeon
like,
decals.
what you do base coat of silver, then clear red, right?
Oh, you're
Yeah.
a genius. Now I
Candy.
see why we call you the Majin.
Candy Hyaku Shiki reds.
Tell you what, that wouldn't
Calm
be
down.
Hyaku Shitty.
Ooh, right.
Unlike the next thing I've got here, which is the 1/100 Kamara's Trooper.
Kamara's pooper, more like.
That's got to be boring, right?
I mean, yeah,
Are they
I
just
mean,
going
it's
to
just-
make all of these IBO kits but bigger?
Yes,
That's what it is,
literally
isn't
yes. Yeah.
That's
It seems
it.
a bit pointless.
I mean, the Kamara's Trooper wasn't even that great a kit.
No,
if you
it's
listened to the last episode of Gunpla Club. But no,
Are they the same but scaled up, or are they different?
They are different.
they are slightly
They are
different. They have
different.
some more surface detail. That's about it. I mean, some of the kits look really nice with the added detail, but I couldn't bring myself to give a shit about this kit, even if I wanted to. However, the next item on our list, the Gundam local type,
That sounds...
which is an Origin MSD.
Yes. So it was so obviously you've got these mobile suit variations type things.
Mobile suit dum.
Variations, yeah. So this is a kind of offshoot of the Origin manga / series, and it's kind of an alternate take on the RX-7801, which was of course the original prototype of the Gundam, and then Amuro ended up piloting the 02.
Well, the 01 is also known as the prototype Gundam and comes in black and red.
Yes, those are the original colours. So this is a kind of variation, I suppose. Hence, mobile suit variations. Now, if you don't know what this kit looks like, imagine the most boring Gundam design.
Shut up!
Let me finish.
I think he's right.
Yeah.
That looks nice.
Yeah, that's really nice.
To begin with, I was really down on this because I thought it looked super bland. But it looks super bland in a kind of cool way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the local Gundam.
Yeah.
You go to the police station, you knock on the door. Excuse me, I need the Gundam around my house. My cat's stuck in a tree. That's why you get the local Gundam
I'll
out.
get the gun.
Is it running the shop in Royston Vasey with its wife?
Yeah.
Opened a Nisa.
I mean,
Yeah.
fucking Walthamstow Gundam, like Croydon Gundam.
Like Newington Gundam, it's just a big fucking pram.
It looks like it has really good decals.
It does. It looks like it's got plentiful.
Well, this is it. It's going.
There'll be stickers though, right?
It's going down that 8th MS team, real robot, military vibe.
Yeah.
And that is, to me, that is what I love in Gundam more than anything else.
So it's got that like old school shield.
It's got the ground Gundam shield,
which I really like.
And it has the sort of
daft gun.
So on its shoulders, it has the sort of
handles,
So
carrying handles like the GameCube.
yeah, it's exactly like the GameCube.
It's the GameCube.
So it's the GameCube Gundam, basically.
Yeah. So yeah, it's very
custom.
And indigo.
it's very dry because they've gone. You know, you look at something like Seed, and it's kind of like almost a super robot show in its designs.
It's all flashy.
This is
garish.
super real robot, you know, and I love that. So to begin with, I was a bit like, oh, this looks kind of boring, but then I remembered that I actually love that shit. So I'm probably going to pick this up, to be honest, because
Yeah, same.
you
I
know
think-
it's going to be cheap.
You know what I think we should all do? We should all make our local Gundam.
We
Yeah.
should, yeah.
So you make
And
straps.
challenge listeners to do so
Yeah.
to win a prize.
Yeah.
When's it out?
Competition.
Like how much time have we got?
July.
This month.
Aye, wait,
Wait, it is 2,000 fucking yen. What?
That's a
Is
lot.
that 20 quid?
That's quite. Well, I mean, for example,
No, it's not. It's 10.
It's like 15.
the revived gun cannon was 800, and this doesn't look much more complex than that.
I don't
stickers.
know. Why
Stickers.
is that? It must be the decals. Why that kit is so expensive.
Still,
we
I'll
do have to make one for every locality.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
pick it up. Also, it's worth noting it's got like a kind of red visor over the eyes, and
That's
it looks cool. It
tasty.
looks like Cyclops or that guy from Star Trek Next Generation whose name I forgot. Geordie LaForge.
Shall we have a little like impromptu competition then?
Let's do it.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
It doesn't have to be a local type Gundam, but you have to make a Gundam of your neighborhood, vicinity, your local gun. Make a local gun, like G Gundam style.
Local Gundam, like make your.
What should we give away as a prize? Should we give away one of these as a prize?
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
It'll be a surprise. We'll announce it on Twitter. or
It'll
something.
be a surprise.
It'll be a kit. You'll win a kit
Yeah.
of some description. It'll be a high grade because
It
I
might
mean,
be an
fucking
FX.
come on, yeah.
It will definitely not be a perfect grade.
You will,
I
yeah.
hope you like U-boats.
You'll win a high grade because I mean, for God's sake, people. But yeah, I'm gonna pick up the local type because I've done a
think I
full
will too.
180 on it.
You're gonna make the Westfield Gundam.
No.
What about these? Speaking of garish consumer-facing experiences,
Good,
Stratford.
good.
Yeah. What about these new Build Fighters kits? So we're getting a new Build Fighters Try OVA. That voice?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. An OVA,
Now-
which of course stands for
Original
one-
Video Amaro.
Yeah, I was going to try and make some kind of joke there, but I hadn't thought ahead.
It's just Amaro there for an hour just shouting Ikimas!
So first up, we've got the high grade build fighters, 1 to 144 scale. Quanta Kai. I don't want to say Kunta.
You just did.
Kunta Kai.
Kai.
So I initially saw this, I was like, meh. But then on closer inspection, hasn't it got like cat ears?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
I really
cool.
don't care for the Quantum
No,
design.
I'm not a big fan of the
single
Well,
bit.
that's also the latest RG, though, isn't it?
Do you
It
reckon
is, yeah.
Yeah.
this might be Fellini's new Gundam?
Ooh, you might
be
make
cool.
a good shot. It's got the
Because
same
it's,
colours.
cause it's got the same colours.
It's got the colours, but would he
Yeah.
abandon the wing?
But yeah, I don't.
I like Build Fighters Try a lot.
I did as well.
It was okay.
I think Build Fighters and Build Fighters Try are up there with my favourite series that I've seen.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
Like-
And it's Gunpla.
The original Build Fighters was so fucking good. It was amazing.
It wasn't too long a series. It was like 25, 26 episodes. It didn't outstay its welcome.
But I don't really care about
So-
this Quanta.
I'm
No, I
looking
don't-
forward to the series, but
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be picking up the old Kunta.
Well, the thing is going. So obviously, the Quant was Setsuna's suit in the 00 movie, and so
And the 00 movie,
Well, they-
commonly known for being a pile of
Total-
hot shit.
total dog shit.
Spectre.
Spectre.
The 00 movie, guys.
Hey!
What's a 00 Spectre?
No, 00.
He
Like
made a James Bond joke.
GoldenEye.
He made a James Bond joke. So
I don't like James
Majin
Bond.
in the bed. Majin.
The man with the golden Hyaku Shiki.
so yeah. So obviously he
The man with the Callum gun.
the
visit my website, Gunpla.
He had the 00 in season 2 of 00, which I really like, and then the Quant was just like really boring in comparison.
Yeah, it was-
So I'm not too not too into this.
That wasn't the latest RG. It was the Exia.
No, it was the
No, it
Quant.
was the Quant. You're
Oh,
right.
right, okay.
You're right. Exia was ages ago.
Oh well. See me my saying as they say.
We've also got the high grade Build Fighters 1-144 Bear Guy P.
Oh,
Tentative name.
it's a fucking Sailor Moon custom.
I'm all.
It even has a Sailor Moon staff.
It's pretty cute. It looks like a better bear guy.
I'm never going to complain about more Bear Guys.
No.
I don't know. Are you a terrible person if you get a bear guy?
No.
No.
Hell no.
I've got a pink one.
Yeah. You're a brilliant person because
I
Gunpla
like-
is freedom.
It's got a halo. It's
Yeah.
got more well-defined biceps. Bearceps.
I mean, it's abs as well.
It's got little angel wings. Oh.
I can't honestly now. Seeing that makes me
Horny.
way more. I mean, exactly, but way more excited to see the Build Fighters thing.
Alongside the Gansalot,
Oh man,
man.
don't even. The Gansalot.
I am definitely buying that kit.
Yeah.
Yeah. One small news item. Not technically a new kit, but the high grade Nobel is getting a re-release.
Yay! I've got a G Gundam, I will get a Nobel Gundam, I will get the Master Gundam and Funsaiki.
I will watch more G Gundam.
It's
and
great.
enjoy it and then buy stuff.
Callum
G
is,
Gundam is the best.
Callum is watching G Gundam for the first time and is taken aback by the sheer amount of racism.
It's astonishing, guys.
I love the racism.
Whoa. Okay.
I love racism.
Okay.
This is an instant
Steady
buy
on.
for me.
Episode
Yeah.
3 is a 10-hour loop of you going, I love racism.
I love racism. I love racism. I love racism. I love racism. I love racism. I love racism. I love racism.
But yeah, the Nobel has been notoriously hard to get hold of for many years. So Bandai are pumping out a whole bunch more stock. So
Fan service.
yeah. So if you want a schoolgirl Sailor Moon Gundam, now's your chance.
Yes, please.
It's time to start saving up.
Oh god,
Yeah,
Sam, it's
you.
your favourite Gundam.
Another new one. We've got an SD Gundam Death Scythe Hell EW.
This is cool, right?
It is cool.
I like these new SD Gundams because they're obviously still SD, but they've got slightly less kind of squat proportions than the
Yeah.
standard ones.
They're getting a bit leggy.
It looks quite detailed for an SD.
Yeah,
the thing is,
these
though, is
ones
that-
are panel lined
And
superbly.
painted.
Yeah,
Like, oh my
Oh
gosh.
shit!
yeah.
You can use the Death Size wings and V-fin and weapon as like a weapon
just a
for
weapon.
144.
That's like a broom. It's like sweeping up.
That's cool.
These Xeons are big ass again.
Gotta clean up this colony lines. They gassed everyone again.
Oh, like kind of like it's like a broom, and I definitely said after you said that, oh, that looks cool. Cool broom.
But I mean, these
That
EX
looks
standard
cool.
kits are coming out and they look nice, but they require a lot of painting.
I do that.
Yeah, they
Right.
don't look like that out of the box.
Right.
But it's nice to see that these new SD kits are getting revamped.
Yeah.
What
You
else
never
have we got?
You never really hear about new SDs.
I know there's one that you were really excited about, Sam. The MG Full Armor Gundam.
Yes, that's out this month.
It's like the biggest
Is it
kit
out this
ever.
month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's
Christ.
confirmed that it's got all 4 shields.
Yeah.
Oh,
as well,
Jesus.
Which is quite frankly
Good
ridiculous.
luck with that, I guess.
I'm gonna get it, but not anytime soon
How much is
because.
it going to cost?
Oh well, I mean that's part of it.
It's your entire paycheck. Just gone.
Yeah, I've got too much to build at the moment to even consider it, but I will be getting that, and then I will eventually be getting the Master Grade Psycho Zaku, which will probably be the world's biggest box.
It looks killer though.
Yeah, it looks fucking badass. And then I guess that's about it. They've also started releasing these kind of pilot busts. They
Sort of like add-ons to action bases, or are
I
they
think
actual
so.
bases
I mean,
themselves?
it must go into one of these holes on the action bases.
So they started with some IBO ones. So you've got Mika and
You got shirtless Mika, and you have
Yeah.
like the guts-looking guy. What's he called?
Akihiro.
Akihiro. You have Akihiro, but Akihiro's bust looks like he's sort of cramped. So he's just sort of stood here, like his head is all diddy and his shoulders are really close together. It's really.
But
funny.
then they're doing Setsuna from 00. They're doing Kira and
Asram.
yes, from Seed. Not sure who else off the top of my head, but yeah, if you like really weird, you have to build them. By the way, they don't come pre-made. They are
got that
kits.
Fumina face.
Yeah, they've got the
weirdness.
Fumina face.
I really imagine if they did a Fumina.
I can't imagine.
Would you buy a Fumina to go with your Super
I
Fumina?
think I would have to. Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah, I would.
Would you display it proudly?
Always.
Yeah.
I'm always displaying.
I
pleasure.
always, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And on
You know,
that
like,
bombshell.
Are you gonna hot glue that Super Nafumina to the action
Super
base?
Nafumina. What's the Super Nafumina with you?
Are you gonna hot glue it to the action base?
No.
I think you should have it on the front of a car like a Rolls Royce. Like Fumina bust.
Some chap's gonna nick it.
Yeah, and on that, shall we take a break? so we get a
Yes,
drink?
we should.
Yeah.
Oh god. I'm melting.
Thanks for listening. We'll be back.
Welcome back to Gunpla Club. We've had some pizza.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Again.
Yeah. I'd be happy to make that an ongoing tradition. And so we didn't really get around to talking about the actual anime side of things last time, so we're going to do some of that now. We'll go through what everyone's been watching at the moment. Cool.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first? Callum?
Sure.
We talked a bit about it before. You've been watching G Gundam. The G,
Yes.
of course, standing for
Great.
bad. Great Gundam.
It actually just stands for Gundam. Gundam.
Gundam. Yeah. Like
The purest
Mario,
form of
Mario.
Like Mario.
Gundam. Luigi Mario.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
So how are you finding G Gundam?
I'm only.
And it's-
I've watched 9 episodes now,
Yeah.
and that is a racist bit of televisual history. I love it though, as much as I love everything that's racist. Cut that out.
Yeah.
No, it is really good. It's called Mobile. Was a Mobile Fighter?
Yeah, mobile fighter.
So it's not really it seems very off-piste for Gundam. I'm
Yeah.
really enjoying it though.
What do you think of the setup? Like, it's all about this sort of world tournament,
Yeah.
and whoever wins the tournament takes
Like
control of the world.
Post-colonial like all the countries have colonies, and one guy from Neo Japan goes around and just kicks everyone's arse because every 4 years they fight for control of the colonies and rule and all that. It's pretty good, and it's pretty much what's happening in the UK now. Apart from there's no robots, there's only robots.
Sadness.
No
Yeah.
shining
There are
finger.
only racist robots.
So as someone who hasn't seen G Gundam,
Yeah.
do they pilot it differently? Is that right?
Yeah, well, yes and
Yeah,
no. So
yeah.
there's this whole scene every time where they kind of get this weird, like, black cling film applied to their body, and they kind of have to out of it, and then they control the Gundam with their movements, and they get hurt.
My question is
Yeah.
right, Domon Kashi, the main character, he snaps his fingers, and then the Gundam appears, and then it starts a sequence.
Yeah.
But the thing is that all these pilot suits are very skin tight. So when does he strip?
This is it, isn't it? Really, this is the G golden question, the golden Gundam question.
The
The Gundam
When does he
Gundam
take
question.
his kit off?
Yeah.
I would have preferred.
Maybe
if there was
he
a
just-
little bit more fan service.
Maybe he just wears it
Oh,
over
just-
his clothes.
What, skin tight?
I don't know.
How sweaty is Domon
He
Kashi?
wears like a cape and everything though.
Yeah, I know, he's got the little headband. The headband stays on.
That's true.
The interesting thing about G Gundam is that it immediately followed Victory Gundam, which is one of the most miserable Gundam shows of all time, and they follow it up with the most ridiculous super robot-y, like. And this was the first non-UC one as well.
Yeah. So-
Is it even Tomino? Is it?
No. This
it's
was the first non-Tomino show.
So the guy that designed the characters for G Gundam did. He went to school with.
Hitler.
No, he went to art school with all the guys that founded Gainax.
Oh, right.
So all the Ava guys,
Yeah.
the guy that eventually directed War in the Pocket, and it's all.
Do you know this from watching that show?
No.
About
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
What was
was
it,
about
Blue-
to, I was
Blue
about to
Blazes or
get onto it.
Yeah.
It's all summed up in this show called
Mythbusters.
Blue Blazes.
Yeah.
And it's about all them going to school together, and
What?
it's so fucking
Is it
good.
what? Sorry,
It's a drama.
Right.
It's live
Are you
action.
serious?
Yeah,
That
it's
sounds
really,
amazing.
really good.
Yeah.
Because the guy named.
Hope you have a pad and pen, Gundam fans. Scoop trip.
The best thing is that like G Gundam is so flamboyant and over the top, and like the guy that designed all the characters eventually made an anime called Blazing Transfer Student. It's about a guy who transfers into a new school and
then
just
smokes
fights everyone.
Yeah.
Sounds like Biker Grove.
It's wicked.
But anyway, G Gundam,
Fantastic. I'm really enjoying it. I'm watching it at leisurely pace just because.
It's more of a Monster of the Week kind of style rather than
yeah, totally. It's always prefaced by this guy with an eye patch sitting explaining it and then going, well, fuck all this. Let's have a fight.
It's one of my favourite Gundam shows.
Yeah, it
really
is wicked.
is.
It's good after Victory, which became a bit of a slog towards the end.
Oh yeah.
I am trying to watch them in order. Apart from, I'm also kind of watching Reconquista and G as well as G Gundam.
How's that going for you? Reconquista and G.
Man.
The most incomprehensible Gundam series ever
Doesn't
made.
matter. It's like a Michael Bay movie. You're just there for the explosions.
I hate Michael
I
Bay.
don't like Michael Bay.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, Reconquista and G is like Sherlock. It looks really pretty, but it kind of just vomits all over itself.
As someone who's never seen Sherlock, I'll have to take your words for that.
Yeah, so Sam's
It's
got
more
back.
like Shitlock.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's nice to look at.
Love it.
It's much like me. It's nice to look at, but utterly incomprehensible.
Yeah,
It's trying to
totally
understand a
empty
word of
inside.
it.
But I didn't really enjoy G-Reco at all.
It's
Like
nice.
it looks really pretty. But
I've
it's
come
sort of-
to enjoy the kits
I see
from it because I got some cheap from Japan Co. No, not Japan Co. It was the other one. Hobbyline Japan.
Mhm.
They were selling them for like 250 yen or something. So I
Yes,
picked up a
because
couple.
all the designs are crap.
They are
they're
not.
all right. They're all
They are
right.
crap. They're all like curvy and weird looking, and
Hey, man.
I like my Gundams to be all like panelled, like War Machine like, and this is just like
So the
we
way that it's-
just got a thing.
It's nice to have a really kind of strange. It's a lot more feminine, is something I would say. And I think
Well, this is 'cause
that
I hate
may be
women.
backed up. Cut that out.
Yeah.
I think it's refreshing. I like the designs in G-Rico.
I like the designs. I think the show is a total mess.
So,
It is a
I like the
slog,
robots.
because it doesn't make any sense.
Will, how did you get into Gundam by watching G-Reco to start with?
That's not strictly true. I mean, yeah, I
You calling him a liar?
You're a goddamn liar. Well, yeah, I guess G-Rico was like my entry back into Gundam.
Yeah.
So it was like, this new show has started. Okay, I'll get back into Gundam.
Yeah.
Watch G-Rico. And yeah, I think it's what, a 26 episode show that needed
Yeah,
to
it's
be
not too
50 episodes.
Yeah.
Because it feels like they're trying to cram.
It's an F91 situation.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to cram everything into too short a space.
I mean, if you want to like, it's directed by Tono, who made Gundam, right?
It wasn't initially a Gundam series.
Yeah.
It was something else. It was going to
Really?
be. Yeah.
That's
It was
interesting.
initially actually EastEnders. No, it was.
Is that a second EastEnders reference?
Is it?
In
Is that
this-
what we did on last episode?
Yeah.
Killing it. No, it was. But
Fucking
I was
dot piloting
obviously.
the fucking whatever. Forgot the name of it. G Self.
I'm from EastEnders. I'm Scottish, inexplicably. But it was, new series from Tomino, but it was by Sunrise. So, and they just went, hold the fucking smoke weed every day. We're gonna need this to be a Gundam series, and so.
You wouldn't have thought it's a Tomino show, right?
No,
'Cause
it's really happy and
happy
nice.
and-
No
Well,
one
yeah,
dies,
again-
unlike Ideon.
G-Reco is one man going senile before your eyes.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy,
Yeah,
right?
it doesn't make
Right about the
sense.
space pop, and then
Yeah.
there's going to be a big wire into the Earth and space.
And the dancing at the ad break, it's just,
Oh,
why the fuck not?
I
Let's
quite like
dance.
that.
Yeah.
That's cute.
G-Reco looks amazing. It sounds amazing. I quite like the suit designs, but it's the only Gundam show I've never finished because my god, I just didn't care.
And so I'm finding myself using VLC to watch it. Don't tell the cops. This shit's a download. But I'm watching it at like twice the speed, just to like kind of get an episode
Yeah,
out of the way
it
in
does-
about 11 minutes.
Yeah.
I think it suffers from the Plamo problem where it's like, we've got to get so many kits out of the show.
Yeah, and they really
It's like-
did make all of those kits as well.
They didn't, and people are very angry about
Well,
it.
I've been contradicted, fact fans.
And they changed the designs of like the Jahannam, which is like the
I've got one sitting over there in a box.
so if you look at the early production like Plamo shots of the Jahannam, it looks really cool, super military, like very like what I'm into, which is like super harsh panels and looks like a war machine. And they actually changed it to be a bit more rounded, a bit softer. And
Yeah.
I don't know why this is.
You've got no time for soft things, do you, Sam?
No, I'm a fully hard man.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Space Jahannam.
Space Jahannam, is that?
Yeah, you know that 90s movie.
Yeah, I like the Jahannam. I think
think
it's
it's
cool.
cool.
Here's a fun fact.
I think it's a nice take on the Zaku archetype.
The Jahannam means afterlife in Arabic. Jahannam.
Ah,
there you go.
Congratulations.
There's a token reference.
I am willing to bet everything I have ever earned that they did not take that into account when they were choosing the name.
I think they did. Like,
You
you
look
look
in Scottish means did you hand them? Did you hand them?
The real issue for me is they didn't make the pink Klimnik type suit, which was my favourite suit from the show, and they didn't make a kit of that one.
More importantly, everyone, the Gundam Reconquista and G series of plastic models offer 3D models of mecha that appear in the anime series.
With you?
They provide a high perfection level assembled as instructed and reproduce the accompanying weapons and the characteristics and gimmicks of the mecha in great detail.
Yep, okay.
Assemble this kit for yourself and experience the excitement of Reconquista in G.
Okay, you've lost me at the excitement.
I'm glad we got that in so we didn't get sued by Bandai.
I do like there's one on the Reborn 100 kit as well. The little blurb that like describes describes the line.
I like the tagline and the RGs. Like, it's just excitement embodied. Like, what is that all about?
That kills me. I love it, and it is very exciting.
Yeah.
I got a backache from doing Gunpla. Hell yeah, that's
Yep.
shit is exciting.
Yeah,
body.
yeah,
That's the realest statement
I've been leaning over, staring at my crotch for too long.
I mean, that always happens at every actual Gunpla club we have. Is that my back just starts to fucking kill.
Well, what we need is some kind of like things to put on the table so it's up like head height so you can do it.
Standing desks.
What we need
Yes.
is a cool hobby.
Yeah, that's true. A hobby that involves driving cars and smoking bongs rather
The
than
struggle is real.
And Gundam.
yeah.
Reconquista and G. Incomprehensible, but Will likes it nonetheless.
What else has Will been watching? Because Will, like Callum,
Have you been
is
watching Unicorn? The new one?
A little bit of a unicorn.
Yeah.
I'm sort of watching it sort of in between other bits and pieces because I've seen Unicorn before.
is that anything new?
Not that I've noticed.
Right, okay.
There probably is.
Yeah.
I probably
haven't
won't
seen
bother unless there's like decent new stuff because again I've seen it already.
Yeah.
I assume all the kind of 3D stuff is new, but I'm just making that up because I haven't seen the old version.
No,
There's no
it's
3D, I don't
no, well,
There's like CG.
that's the same, I think.
Yeah, it was a bit.
Yeah, right. The Unicorn had a really nice production value, and actually,
Yeah, it was an OVA. Yeah.
probably recommend just watching the original because it's
Yeah.
broken up less.
And I mean, it must. What's the pacing like on it in comparison to the OVAs?
It's kind of weird. Like an episode will end at sort of quite a jarring point. You'll be like, oh. It's like. Whereas the OVAs are, an hour long or a bit more.
Give or take, yeah. The last couple were like proper film length.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though.
How many are there? New ones?
Oh god, 7, 8? I think it's.
No, there are 6.
Six. Is it only 6?
No, 7.
There are 7. There are 7.
You're right.
Yeah.
Guys, please don't fight. I hate when you
For fuck's sake.
But there's.
But it's top
Cats.
back on.
I'm the cats of this podcast.
Tops off.
Did they say how many episodes are they over? The new one there are 20.
Probably
really long.
a 24, 25, 26.
I reckon so.
I
They're
think they confirmed it at some sort of.
they're up to like 12, I think, at the moment.
We've got like a
13
constant stream of Gundam right now. It's like the Gundam Unicorn OVA, and then there's going to be the IBO season 2, and we also have the Tri OVA.
And we just had
like,
Thunderbolt as well.
and Thunderbolt on top of that. It's crazy.
And December
It's crazy.
Sky, the Thunderbolt compilation movie with extra
I've not seen
footage.
that.
Has it got extra
I
footage?
think it's got some deleted scenes.
So I was going to say,
Some
it's-
deleted
yeah.
affairs.
Shah's deleted affair.
He allows that.
So I've been on a mission to make my way through the Universal Century.
Yes.
Where are you at
timeline.
now?
Boy.
So I'm just about to go back to F91. I got sort of halfway through that.
Have fun with that.
But something else I got halfway through was Gundam ZZ.
Double Zeta.
Double Zeta.
Animation Art.
Sounds like a pizza restaurant. But I got sort of 15 episodes in, and I was advised by good Twitter friends to drop that shit and watch Neon Genesis Evangelion because I haven't seen it.
Don't watch that bullshit.
That's great.
Evangelion. It's not even a Gundam.
It'll never go anywhere. It won't take off.
Nah,
I mean, what even is even?
a load of shite, really.
Yeah.
So I went back to Gundam ZZ, and at first I wasn't impressed.
That's understandable.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
generally how Double Zeta goes.
It's something that everyone goes through, but actually, after episode 20 or so, I was like, oh, this is
Gets really good. Yeah.
And I was like, by the end, because there are so many characters and a lot of likable characters, you don't have Camille, the moaning teenage baby boy. You've got some really funny characters like Chara Soon. You've got LPO Puru and Glemmy, who've got their sort of whole story, which is a bit dark as well. And there's so many ties into Unicorn, which I had no idea existed.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah. Unicorn builds on Double Zeta loads, which I love. I really love. because a lot of people kind of pretend Double Zeta doesn't exist almost.
They retconned it, didn't they?
Well, not really, but obviously the new Zeta films have a much different ending.
Yeah, I mean Camille isn't a vegetable.
Camille isn't in a veggie state, and Haman gets bonked as well. So
love seeing Haman bonked.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I've visited a lot of forums where everyone's like, this is the order you should watch Universal Century.
Yeah.
And everyone says skip Double Zeta. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
bullshit.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
It's an experience, Double Zeta.
It was
it's fun.
by the end of it, and you know, shout out to Haman, best girl,
Yeah.
best Gundam girl. You see a lot of her in this series.
Okay.
You right there, Sam?
Best Gundam girl. That's a tall order, but Haman is definitely up there.
Judo Ashta is
Man got news for
arguably.
you.
You just wanted to say that. You just wanted to say that anyway. And rejected it.
Sorry, Haman got news for you.
Yeah, it's rubbish,
Doesn't even
isn't it?
work. Yeah. No, Judo Ashta is arguably my favourite Gundam protagonist.
It's because he isn't a whiny piss baby.
yeah,
that was nice.
So I love Double Zeta. I probably like Double Zeta far more than I should.
Yeah,
Because
you do.
I really like it. I do. Because I like, the first few episodes are kind of nonsense.
Yeah.
But even then, what I really like is that it kind of lulls you into a sense of security, and then it totally pulls the rug out from under you. And it's like, no, this is still a war, by the way. Yeah,
These are still children
it's not.
fighting
And so
a war.
it kind of, because it starts off with Judo and his dickhead pals like quite innocent, and then obviously
fucking around with a big
Yeah.
robot.
We're gonna steal a Gundam.
as they get exposed to all the horrible shit, and the show gets a lot darker. That said, the two Moon episodes are the worst. The two worst pieces of Gundam television ever made.
I think that's where I dropped off as
Yeah.
well. I saw that and I was like,
You can legitimately skip the two Moon episodes.
Filler.
But otherwise, I really like Double Zeta. I do, and again, a lot of it goes straight into Unicorn. Like, you know, without giving too much away, the Purus come back in Unicorn, and it uses a lot of the mobile suits introduced in Double Zeta. Yeah, I mean, I also personally like the design of the Double Zeta, but I appreciate that is also an unpopular opinion.
I mean, it's kind of ignored in Charles Counterattack, but pretty much all of UC is ignored in Charles Counterattack.
Yeah,
So
Charles, that's a story for another day. Charles Counterattack. But yeah, I really, really like Double Zeta, and I would say don't listen to people saying skip it, because get past the first 15 odd episodes. And even then,
That's a tall order.
Sure,
You know what I mean?
sure.
Yeah.
But even then, I think they're enjoyable, just in a different way.
Yeah, it's kind of it's relaxing in a way. Just like
I
fun.
agree.
Yeah.
How many Purus would you give it out of two?
How many purrs out of two?
How many clones were there? Was it 12?
Well,
That many.
something like that.
To 12.
Is it 12? Which one's Merida? She 11
She's
or
12,
Is she? Yeah. Spoilers.
12 clones. And then after that, I went on to Stardust Memory.
Yes.
One of my favourite openings.
One of the best.
burning love.
Stardust Memory is brilliant.
So good.
Absolutely
It's that
brilliant.
early 90s.
Oh, it's so good.
The animation's sort of coming from the 80s anime. It's like, okay, it's sort of nice now. Like, the animation's so much better. And really nice mobile suit designs.
Oh yeah, I love the GPO one, the Gerber Tetra, the full burning, all of them. Even the what is it? They use the gym custom. I love the gym custom.
Gym Custom
so much.
Gym Custom is like my favourite gym.
It is. No, okay, maybe Pale Rider is really good, but
I think the Pale Rider is a bit too special. Yeah, exactly. I want my gyms to be like uniform. You know?
Lieutenant Burning's gym custom, fucking legit. He's called Lieutenant Burning.
One thing that I saw people whinging about Stardust Memory is, and I don't agree with this because they care too much, but basically going like the suits in Stardust Memory are way more powerful than they should be, like considering it then moves on to Zeta. Sure. And I see people saying this about Advance of Zeta as well, because Advance of Zeta has the whole Hazel line, which go to some ridiculous places. And I understand that, yes, maybe, in universe, you're right, maybe these suits are a bit too powerful for it to all make sense. My counter argument would be, who fucking cares?
I mean, it's such a self-contained...
Yeah.
It's like a self-contained contained
Yeah.
little romp where it's just like this little thing that happens on the
Yeah.
side and fuck, it's a nuke and oh my god, who is the Nightmare of Solomon?
Yeah,
It's so cool.
I love Gundam, but I mean, for God's sakes, people, it's a cartoon about space robots.
If there was like a live action like movie of Gundam, I'd want it to be Stardust Memories.
That'd be rad. Yeah, if there was.
I mean, well, we're not talking about G-Savior.
I don't like it.
I've been watching one of the other 90s OVAs.
Have you?
Yeah.
What have you been watching?
I've been rewatching 8th MS Team.
That's also one.
I think it's the best.
Yeah.
Like OVA.
Yeah.
It is. I don't know. Like all those 90s OVAs are all so good.
All three of the UC OVAs are.
The interesting thing is those were all made and produced while G Gundam was being aired, almost as like a counter argument. It's like, yeah, we're doing this crazy super robot thing, but like this serious UC hard stuff is happening.
Well, War in the Pocket was a bit before, wasn't it?
Yeah, War in the Pocket was a little bit before.
Yeah.
But I think the thing I love about 8th MS Team, I mean, we've talked about it a lot, is the sort of hardcore kind of. The thing I love about 8th MS Team is the hardcore sort of real robot aspect of it. Like,
Yeah, again.
the opening with all of the sort of sand in the joints. Like, oh my god, we have to repair our Gundams. Oh no, the head blew off, so now it has a GM head. Like, and the backstory of all the ground Gundams. And how it's just a GM made to look like a Gundam to make Xeon scared, and it's so cool. And Callum is periscoping us.
I'm just putting us on Periscope, sorry. Just to see what happens.
But no, 8th MS Team. It's really good.
I still need the ground Gundam.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a perfect ground.
That fridge on his back, like, keeps all his guns.
The
cool.
Easy 8 has another backpack, which is another.
I know, I'm not really a fan of the Easy 8. I don't know why, but
It's really plain, but
I love it.
That kit when it's fully like done up and weathered and put in the right place, and the fucking goof custom with.
that's cool.
I'm just gushing. I'm just fucking gushing.
Well, yeah, the suits in 8th MS Team are like my perfect like aesthetic.
They are
like
the Gundam
they look
aesthetic.
like tanks. You know, like they're weathered and they're kind of plain military looking, and I love it. Fantastic. I have
Kick about in jungles like it's nothing.
Yeah. What was it like? Episode 2 is like Gundams. It's called Gundams in the jungle.
Yeah.
Like,
Gundams in the jungle!
to
We've got
war and pain.
emotion and manipulators.
War and pain actually works, bro.
This
That
is
shot
hard
though,
work.
with the sun in the background and the Gundam just like just stomping back to camp.
yeah.
So good.
That is good.
And then when they go off the beaten track and get captured by Xeon soldiers, like that's so fucking good. Like even
Such
like
a good
there's
show.
one guy who's well into music that just listens to noise. That's incredible.
you know
Also,
what,
one of the dudes is just listens to white noise for half of his time there.
Good man.
It feels so isolated though that you could almost appreciate it even if you're not really into Gundam that much.
Yeah.
Like it's its own. You don't need to know who Amuro or Shah are.
Yeah.
No, you just need to know that 2 warring sides and it's real fucking bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To
It's sort of like Dad's Army.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Exactly.
yeah.
Like good ads on me. Just with robots. Right.
Who do you think you are fooling, Mr. Aznable?
To complete the trifecta, I recently rewatched War in the Pocket. I found it on YouTube and I just watched the whole thing in one go because I mean it's 6 episodes, 3 hours.
That poor fucking kid.
That
Yeah.
is a dark. That's
So-
probably the darkest so far
Yeah.
from what I've seen.
So yeah, War in the Pocket. First time I've seen it in about 7-8 years. I forgot how little.
The kid is.
No, I forgot how
getting cut.
little Chris, the Alex pilot, is actually in it.
Yeah, she's in like
yeah,
she's
yeah.
2
She's
episodes.
barely in it.
She's sort of portrayed as like, oh, she's away all the time doing all that stuff.
I
so-
kind of forgot because I remembered her being much more of a main character, but no, it is the Bernie and Alfred show.
very much, yeah.
Yeah. Oh god, I could really go for a burger. I don't know about you.
I don't know. I really like hamburgers.
Yeah,
I really like what really nicely fried and sizzled.
Yeah.
and, come out straight of a cockpit.
War in the Pocket is really dark because it's all about a kid learning that war is not fun,
Yeah,
and he
not
he
everyone is
He
on the
plays
same
war
side.
and then accidentally.
really plays war.
Yeah.
He finds out that war is not fun by watching people die. So yeah,
It's
Fit it
Ripley.
in your pocket.
it's a great show. It's all on YouTube. It's easy to find. It's only 6 episodes, so you can literally bash through it in one sitting.
The worst thing about that show, I mean, the best thing about the show, and the worst emotional feeling is when he's back in school and all his friends are like, "Oh my god, I really love like this mobile suit, this mobile suit."
Yeah.
And he's just sat there.
Well, that show ends with the war being announced. It being announced that the 1 year war is over, and Alfred starts crying because he's just seen this entire team of Zeon soldiers that he became friends with wiped out.
Yeah.
And so he's crying, and his friends think he's crying because the war is over, and they were really excited about the war, and so they pat him on the back and they go, "Don't worry, I'm sure there'll be another war soon." It's like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, it's great, and it also introduced the Camphor, which is one of my favourite Zeon suits.
Sexy
Very nice.
fucking kit, that.
Yeah.
Very nice kit.
Yeah.
And the Alex. Got to talk about.
I really like the Alex. I really like the
Yes.
Alex.
Wonderful stuff.
Like,
I saw on the Gunpla subreddit, I actually saw someone had quite recently made a diorama of the scene where the Alex and the Zaku 2 Kai take each other out. And it's fucking great. Like, you know, he's got the trees, he's got a tiny little Alfred running towards it. So, you know, he's got the Zaku taking the Alex's head off while the Alex is spearing the Zaku through the chest. It's remarkably done. Go and try and find it if you can. It's one of the best like diorama pieces I've seen.
We'll post a link on something.
Yeah, I'll
Sorry,
find it and tweet it out. But yeah, there's a little the guy painted a little trail of blood running from the Zaku 2 Kai cockpit. It's like, that's too soon. It's too soon, man.
Nice.
Bernard Wiseman, rest in peace. Never forget.
Wonderful stuff. I think between 8th MS Team and War in the Pocket, it's hard to choose.
Well, like I said,
I love all
three of those.
All three of those, like original. It also worth noting that War in the Pocket was the first ever piece of Gundam media not done by Tomino. It was the first non-Tomino
Done by that one dude who was in Blue Blazers.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
And
We're gonna have to get some sort of sponsorship.
if we're going back to Blue Blazers for a second, it's really cool because when they introduce characters, it shows all the shows that they've made. So it's like, no, Skip Valley, the wind, like this.
That's cool.
And they're just
So it's
all in
like
code.
proper
It's
Miyazaki,
really
isn't it?
fucking cool. Not Miyazaki's not in it. What's he called? The guy that did Evangelion?
I know.
Yeah, Anno's in it, and Anno's like portrayed as this sort of godlike character. It's like he's like, oh my god, look at his animation, it's so cool.
What I actually love about the OVAs is they put a lot more attention to the mechanical detail and like the sort of how the mobile suits are built. So you see more of like the
Anaheim
mechanism.
Electronics.
Yeah. And you just
They
see like,
really ground it a lot more than the series.
Well, they've got.
Oh, yeah.
They've got. I think it's a couple of things. It's one that they've got the time because you know they don't have to put an episode out every week, but also the stories are on a smaller scale, so they can focus more on these
Dive
things.
deeper.
Yeah. But yeah, all three of those OVAs are
Wicked.
fantastic.
Turn A Gundam.
Welcome back to Gunpla Club. Will has made an interesting discovery. You found something in one of the kits you bought.
yeah. So I had a few kits arrive from Banzai Hobby recently, and inside it was my Revive Cubily. I found what seems to be an excerpt from the script of one of the upcoming Origin episodes.
Yeah,
Sweet.
So do you guys want to? I guess we can share this with the listeners as well. But
yeah.
do you want to hear like?
I mean,
you know,
they gave it to you, so
Yeah, I mean,
it's only right that.
obviously
Yeah,
they chose me.
Was it in English?
For some reason, it was even signed by Tomino himself. Like,
Wow, that's interesting. I didn't even think he was working on that
I mean,
show.
when you say signature, it's a kind of an illegible scroll. I mean,
Right,
that's-
you're racist. That's called kanji.
there's also a little scribbled Zaku with
Yeah.
a smiley face. And a thumbs
Okay,
up.
that's pretty
so
cool.
it looks like there's three characters in this scene. So saying you're going to be Shah Aznavour.
Yeah, I'm the Majin, so I'll be sharp.
Callum's going to be Garmazabi. And I guess I'll be Dozal Zabi.
Yeah, sweet.
Okay.
Okay, so you ready for this?
Yeah, set us up, Will.
Okay.
What's going on?
It's the year 0078, and the Principality of Zeon has begun mass production of the Zaku 2. Shah Aznavour and Garmazabi are visiting the production facility at Side 3, when they find themselves reminiscing about their time in the academy over a couple of space whiskies.
I'm Garma. Shah, don't you sometimes wish we were back on Guardian Banshee at the academy?
A return to the past is a retreat to the challenges ahead. The people of space cannot wait for their right of freedom much longer.
Oh, Shah, you always have to be so philosophical. But there was nothing philosophical about the way you held me close that rainy night in the woods. Except maybe the moment you whispered into my ear, life is too short to live at 3 times normal speed all of the time.
Gamma! That's enough of all that nonsense. Well, yes, it's true that it's only really suitable for mobile suit battles and competitive athletics.
Will you just admit it? We connected that night. That's why I moved into your room immediately after, remember? How else was I going to get a glimpse of that ass narble?
You always were a spoiled kid, Gamma. Too much and I'll get you killed someday.
Take off that mask so I can see those beautiful blue eyes again. Stare at me like you did back in our dorm when we were mere teenage boys yet somehow still capable of overthrowing an entire Federation military camp.
No masks in this year. I mean, masks are so in this year. I have an eye condition.
Brother, Mr. Asnable, what the wait devil are you boys doing here?
Oh, Dozel. I didn't see you there. Shah and I just inspecting your Zakus.
I'm magnificent. With these we'll smash the fetty scum, or I will eat my big Sam and hand over my neighbour. Ah, fuck's sake, man.
It's an impressive fleet, Commander. I'm looking forward to throttling your brother. I mean, these mobile suits.
And that was it.
Yeah,
Are you,
That's going to be a good episode.
are you absolutely sure?
I mean, I felt that Shah was.
Yeah.
So Gamma is totally into Shah, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's what we can take away
I
from
mean,
that.
Shah was into Gamma.
I mean, I'm getting the feeling that
Yeah.
there's a lot of
Subtext.
reciprocal feelings.
Yeah.
I mean, Shah is totally a Sundara, right?
Absolutely.
This reminds me actually of a Gundam fan fiction that I'm about to make up. Amuro Ray looked down at Shah and the Zeons. I hate the Zeons, said Amuro Ray, but I have no friends. How can I fight Shah and the Zeons with no friends?
This is good stuff.
Suddenly, Shadow the Hedgehog appeared.
With a gun.
Kissing a human.
Yeah, let's leave it there, sure.
That was wonderful, Will. I can't believe you made that find.
They're probably going to have to change the script for the next episode.
I mean, they're going to have to rewrite all of Gundam now.
yeah.
Thanks, Banzai.
I mean, Shah's deleted affair is all about Gamma.
Yeah.
I have to say, reading this, I'm not surprised Gundam is not a big thing in Britain.
Should we do some questions?
Yes, we'll take some questions from our lovely, lovely audience. Thanks again for listening to our first episode. If you did, if not, get fucked. Delete this. Never darken my door again. You absolute spam.
First question is from my friend Rob Zwetsloot. He says, at Gunpla Club, Psychomu or Psychoframe? I can't remember the difference.
Me neither.
No.
Psychomu is like when they can communicate via new type
Is
telepathy.
it? No, I thought they were both various technologies.
Psychomy
Yeah, but-
is the kind of funnel nonsense.
Yes, the fun
Oh,
stuff.
right, okay.
But the
Psycho
psycho frame is when
yeah.
you can like the Gundam like has its own sort of person.
like the
okay.
unicorn and the new
Yeah.
Yeah, like that, sort of to a lesser extent than you, but they went
Okay.
fully balls deep with unicorn.
balls deep in Gundam.
So my answer to that is yes.
But it turns out we did know.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. So really, we've learned something here today.
Yeah.
Cheers, Rob.
Our friend Chopamon
Jump 'em on.
says, if Berserk were to be mashed up, this is the question tailor-made for me and Sam. If Berserk were to be mashed up with Gundam, what suits do Guts, Griffith, et al. Pilots?
So Guts would have like a big ass thing with a big sword for a start. So
Yeah, so,
I don't want to say that it's that because
We'll see what that
Guts
is. This is an audio podcast.
I mean, this is an audio. I mean, it's the Astaroth Gundam that Callum is showing us here, the 711 Astaroth.
I know exactly what Griffith would pilot.
I mean, I don't know. Guts is a difficult one because I don't think he's really been done. Like maybe a stray blue frame.
No, it's too lithe. I see Guts piloting something like the what's it called in IBO? The Gusion or something like that.
Oh, the Guji Rubei.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy Akihiro who pilots it looks like that.
Griffith would pilot the Gyan.
Yeah, Griffith would have a Gan.
Yeah, very fancy.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Mate, it's like this cartoon. You might like it, but you probably wouldn't.
I mean, Berserk is real good.
It's
Yes.
a cartoon.
Read the
Don't
manga.
watch, don't watch cartoons.
Read the manga.
Okay, we've got a few from Scientologist. Easy
Good old
one
Ben.
first. Favourite Gundam character? Callum, you can go first.
Haman Karn.
Haman Khan.
Haman Khan.
Haman Khan.
Jesus.
That's that question done.
That was easy.
I mean, I'd probably say Judo Ashton.
Well, you can probably fuck off.
Fuck off. Okay.
His next question was: if you were a build fighter, what would your custom be based off of?
Haman Karn. Next question.
Super Fumina Haman custom.
Yes.
The full armored double Zeta, most probably. Fat and chunky.
It suddenly got a bit steamy.
Yeah.
Well, what would you pilot?
Well, you know I'm a G-Rico apologist. So some sort of G-Self, but I try and make it a bit sort of darker and edgier.
Edgier.
Yeah.
Much like yourself, of course.
Yeah.
Well,
Dark and edgy,
I'm
man.
wearing completely black and holding a scythe. So,
So I've actually made like I actually watched Build Fighters and made a custom based off like what would I make, and what I have is like this jester. I've named it King Crimson because I was listening to a lot of King Crimson at the time.
I got a lot of
Good
time
man,
for that.
good
Yeah.
It's crimson and yellow and kind of Sazabi colours, but it's a jester. It's a jester with the Sazabi funnels and the fucking beam shotgun, and that's what I would pilot.
cool.
I would definitely have some sort of daft super Fumina, but it was like Yukiko at Persona 4. Ben also asks, I only just got an RX 782. Does this make me a fake Gunpla boy?
Absolutely
Yes.
not.
I don't think so. No, there's no such thing as a fake Gunpla boy.
You
Or
guys are
girl.
too nice.
You gotta get
mean-
into it. You gotta get what you like. If you don't, if you're not up for the RX 782 straight in, who cares?
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself. Gunpla is freedom, guys.
Gunpla's freedom.
Let's. I'd
That's
like
what
to
my
take a little
tattoo
second
says.
for literally everyone listening to just hold hands.
Freedom. Freedom.
And we're back in the room.
His last question. Each pick a figure rise bust, if that's what they're called. Yeah, so you're talking about the kind of bust stands we were talking
Yeah,
about.
we mentioned them earlier.
You'd like to see that hasn't been revealed, so what characters would
These
you
are
like?
all like the answer to all these is Haman Khan.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, I want Shah, obviously.
Yeah.
Of course I want Shah.
I want Domon Kashu.
Yeah,
good
that would be
shout
fucking
as
sick.
well.
Yeah. Jeremy Garner at Boomwolf97. Does that mean he was born in 1997? God,
He's younger than me.
so old.
And I'm a baby.
Yeah.
That's over 10 years younger than me.
Jesus Christ. Thoughts on the possible new Build Fighter series? Yes.
Yeah, we mentioned it a little
Absolutely.
bit earlier. I'm well up for it
Yeah.
because
Although it's not a series, is it? It's an OVA, an OVA.
I mean that gun Build Fighters is so fucking good.
Yeah, I love Build
It
Fighters.
embodies everything that I love about Gundam.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd
it
be
totally
happy
does.
for them to make a new Build Fighter series every year.
Yeah, I think they should.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
It's
they've got
been
them all.
so good.
It's a fucking license to print money in terms of kits as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But they're
Pure
missing
fan
one
service.
thing, and that is localizing it for the UK. Because they could honestly stand to that could be like such a good
I mean,
gateway drug.
Build Fighters was the original Build Fighters was
Yeah.
aired on Cartoon Network in the US.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they fucked up.
I mean
Well,
Gundam's
it's
always been
Bandai we're
fucked
talking
up.
But yeah, no, you're right. It would go down a storm on like kids' TV, wouldn't it? Because it is a kids' show, and that's
True
why
that.
we love it. Yeah. Occasional Fet asks the most important question ever asked: the age-old enigma.
Go on.
How many guns would a Gundam damn if a Gundam could damn guns?
Haman
Well, we
Karn.
look to Thunderbolts.
Listen, Occasional Fet. Do you think this is a fucking joke? All
I
right.
think we're sitting here sweating our fucking faces off.
Yeah. Do you think I'm
you're-
here because I want to be? I mean, for fuck's
I
sake.
think any of us are here.
Yeah.
To be.
Get
I
a fucking
detest
grip.
No, I don't even like Gundam.
No.
Heavy arms, what?
Yeah. Anyway, the answer to that question.
Heavy arms, what?
It's Thunderbolt.
The
Thunderbolt
answer to
Gundam.
that question is 7. Next question. As maybe your first fan in the US, we've got a few in the US, don't we?
Gabe Perez. I'd like
Yeah.
to-
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Gabe Perez says
GP522.
as maybe your first fan in the US. Yes, I am calling it.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll
I'm
see
not
when
sure.
they-
We had
I'm
one
not
with-
sure you have the
thank
right.
you.
You have the right to do that, Gabe. I think we
But
might.
thank
yeah,
you,
Yeah.
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 Thanks
Didn't
so much.
Obama? He was listening to us.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, I mean Obama. We actually gave us a gunplay. It's the Obama custom.
What's easier to explain, Doctor Who or Gundam? Well, that's easy. Doctor Who. It's a far simpler show.
Doctor Who is shitting for babies.
Yeah, Doctor Who is a crap sci-fi
Gundam
show.
is for adults only.
And Will, how do you feel about Doctor Who?
Gundam, for sure. Doctor Who's some crazy shite.
I think
It is
it's
shite, you're right, yeah.
Nonsense. I just don't like anything British.
Doctor Who.
No, me neither. I can't take like British drama seriously, and I know that sounds terrible, but it seems less legit because they've all got British accents.
Yeah.
That's basically what I'm saying.
And then drag some guy off out of East London.
But it's like
you're an
'cause
actor.
I live here and I know nothing fucking happens really. So it's like in America, at least there's this myth that it's really dramatic all the time.
But the place where I used to work, like a bit of Luther was filmed there, and like
Yeah.
it was in Luther, and I was like, mate, yeah, that's fucking fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Russell!
That's like saying Cybermen or
Bell.
Gundam.
Skinner
It's
Bell?
like,
Stringer Bell.
come on now.
I mean, now Heroes.
Oh god.
That's not
Gabe also says sorry for Trump. I mean, it's all right, Gabe. It's not your fault. Although
okay.
Worries, mate.
that guy is a proper cunt.
Oh, I'm thankful for him. He's built so many lovely golf courses
Walls.
in my
In your home country.
home country.
Yes. Anyway,
Finally, our final question comes from good boy Liam Edwards.
he is a good boy.
He's
Japan
incredible.
dweller.
He introduced
Yeah.
us to Line, and we all spent
Yes.
too much money on
We've all bought loads of line stickers, although you can't get the Gundam ones in the UK, which is bullshit.
It's just another case of being.
Oh,
absolutely
Liam did
fucked
donate
over.
them Shaw ones.
He
to me
gifted
there.
you some
Yeah,
Sean,
just to you though, wasn't it, son?
fucking pull your.
Special relationships.
I mean, I got Shy Halou, so.
Liam says, "I am gonna build Gundam Astray soon." Which?
It's the blue frame. He got it for his birthday.
Blue frame.
Yeah, it's the same one as you got.
Same one I've got.
Second L.
So, yeah, okay, great kit. He's a big boy. I'm nervous about ruining him. I often get nervous about ruining big boys. Or well, it's more big boys ruining.
Come on,
me.
guys. Sharon Dharma's over.
Yeah. Give me some tips on building nice and clean.
Right. Be careful.
Always use protection.
Right. So what you want to do is always clip
Region.
away from the runner,
Yep.
and when you're sort of shaving it away, make sure you sort of don't try and cut all the big knob off at once. Do it in little layers. Go from one side diagonal upwards, and eventually do that over and over again until you have sort of a flat surface. And then you go from the other side, cut the other way to get the final bit, and you have a nice flush cut.
This sort of, I have a question now, leading on from this. This is he's building an MG, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I've not built an MG yet. Do
Yeah.
you find your building style is different from HG to MG to RG?
Honestly, not really. It's all the same technique.
It just takes longer.
It just takes longer and there's more to it. I mean, look at that fucking Suzabi. Like, it's not any more difficult than building a HG. It's just there's more to it and it's
Yeah.
much more
Yeah.
complex.
I can tell it took at least 7 months off your life.
Well,
It's a lot more rewarding, I think, an MG because you do.
Well, you get a
do-
nice big kit out at the end of it.
Yeah,
don't you?
and I do tend to take a bit more care. I think.
Yeah.
Now that I've built a
Yeah.
few RGs and MGs. I'm also thinking about buying a perfect grade soon.
oh, which
I
one?
don't know.
Which
I
perfect
don't
grade?
know. I'm gonna save
go
up
for
my
the
pennies.
red-
Cash money.
I've heard that red frame is pretty good.
We'll see. I think
Strike
I want
Freedom.
one just
You
because
really like the
I
Strike
do.
Freedom, right?
Even though I haven't seen it in any form.
That's probably for the
Don't.
best.
Honestly, fucking don't look at the
I
Strike
said it'd
Freedom
be like
Destiny.
Gundam Breaker 3, which we'll talk about next episode probably.
That's what we said last episode.
Yeah, we'll see. But
Gundam Breaker 3 was okay.
It was okay.
Yeah, it was fun.
For about a week.
Yeah, we played it together for a bit.
Yeah.
It was okay.
We'll give a more detailed analysis next time when we
Yeah.
can talk about more of Gundam video games, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Versus Forces is coming.
Sounds good.
But yeah,
Um,
good tips for our just take care, enjoy yourself, and yeah, don't have a cow.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're, the main thing is like building straight is nubs. Like you want to get rid of nubs without
Yeah,
perfect
that's
nub
literally
technique.
the only bit.
You will have a bad kit.
Yeah.
Like
Another
you,
thing-
you don't want to be Strike Red Cliff. You don't want to be Nub Destiny.
Yeah, that was Jesus. But I mean, so you know, when you're sanding away the nubs, you'll scratch the piece a bit. But if you top coat it with a matte varnish,
Again-
it covers in those scratches. You can't see them anymore.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Going back to the sort of cutting technique that I use, it means that I don't really have to use sandpaper that much, unless I've really fucked up cutting it away from the gate.
Yeah.
That's the thing also as well, is that you have to sort of know exactly when you're about to become impatient.
Yeah.
Because it could just be like one nub that you just kind of a thing goes in your mind where you're just like, oh, I'll just hurry this up a little bit. That's when you need to stop. Basically, if you want to have your kit as good as it can be. Then
I mean,
knowing when to stop is also
with that Sazabi, like you see, it's got the big funnel pack, and it's like 7 pieces for one of those funnels, right? And so I got really, really frustrated with it. And instead of like, I cut away all the parts and everything, and then I just fucking glued it together. Like, I could not be arsed making all those weird connections that I'm never going to use for a feature that I'm never going to use. So, like, you can cut corners, but be very careful if you do so. You need to know what you're doing before.
And if you do cut a corner, literally, there's always glue.
Yeah.
It's always glue. Hot glue.
The other thing, the other hot tip, well, this isn't really a hot tip, I suppose, but if you're panel lining, use a Q-tip with a little bit of paint thinner, or if you don't have paint thinner, nail varnish remover.
Well, this is Liam, isn't it? He's got fucking Gunpla shops everywhere he goes.
That's true. Yeah. But yeah, you can just clean it up with a teeny bit of paint thinner on a.
I honestly think that
Q-tip.
a cotton bud has made my models look way better than I should give them credit for, because you can just really nicely fade the panel line in, and it gives that shadowy effect. Anyway, thank you very much for listening.
Yeah, I guess that's it for this edition of the Gunpla Club.
Gunpraboo.
Thank you everyone for listening.
Yeah.
That's 2 episodes
Sam,
now.
Where can we find you on Twitter?
You can find me on Twitter at twitter.com.
Okay, and
I am at crunch_king, or again, all our profiles are in the Gunpla Club profile.
true.
So, yeah.
I'm Will Potter, and I'm The Quiff is Dead on Twitter and Instagram and all those social jib jobs.
What's the story there? Who's the Quiff?
The Queen is dead.
Yeah.
It's a Smiths reference.
You said you
Oh
liked
yeah,
the Smiths.
I've literally just made that connection.
Good. Damn.
Cool.
Anyway, I'm Simon. You can find me at SimeAHMD on Twitter.
I'm Callum. You can find me at clap_mutation. It's a music thing, don't ask. And
Not a chlamydia thing.
Not an STI.
Jesus.
But collectively, we are Gunpla Club, and you can
Yes.
find us at Gunpla Club on Twitter. We'll have some sort of internet presence again soon.
I mean, we'll also do a real life Gunpla Club if you're based in London. We are an actual Gunpla Club.
Yes.
We meet up at the secret weapon at Loading Bar.
Thanks
So
to
keep
them.
an eye out on details for when the next one might be.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
are
we should do that
local, which some of you may be, then give us a shout.
Speaking of local, do remember our competition. Build a local Gundam of your choosing. Let us know about it. Send us some pictures, and who knows? Next time you could stand to win a wee prize for yourself.
Right.
So send that in on Twitter. We've got an Instagram, Gunpla Club. Get in touch. We love you very
And
much.
remember to keep on using Gunpla Base for all your Gundam collection needs, as made by our very own Callum Gun.
Callum?
I was gonna say Clap Mutation.
Our own Clary Gun. Anyway, it's been an absolute joy, boys. Thanks for coming, and thank you for talking to me and our listeners. Bye.
I'm very sorry.
Yeah. Please like, subscribe, etc.
Review.
Yes.
Enjoy. Goodbye. Take care, and I love you. And Ikimasu.